October's PlayStation Plus lineup has been announced, and with it, a new set of games to play and platinum trophies to hunt. Although not that many this month, the majority of them are bangers. Especially if you're a horror fiend like myself and with so many great games to choose from, which one should you focus on? In this video, I'll be sharing my top picks for games that have or will arrive on the October 2025 PlayStation Plus Essential and Extra lineup that are worth getting the Platinum Trophy for. Let's get started and see which games made the cut. First up, because it is Halloween season, we're gonna go with Until Dawn. This version is a remastered interactive horror adventure where you follow 8 young adults on a terrifying night at Blackwood Mountain. Here, your choices determine who survives, what secrets are uncovered, and which endings you get. The PS5 version has 29 trophies in total. One of the hardest trophies is for An Omen, which requires you to find all 36 totems scattered across the mountain, and it is pretty easy to miss some if you're not thorough, so using a guide would be recommended. Getting to Platinum isn't super difficult in terms of skill, but can be somewhat tedious as you'll need 2 and a bit playthroughs to get everyone's fates covered, such as everyone living, everyone dying, and for 2 specific people living. Overall, the Platinum is pretty doable for most players, especially if you're okay with replaying parts and using chapter select for cleanup. Next up, we have a game that dropped on Essential, and that is Goat Simulator 3. There are 39 trophies in the base game, and being an open world sandbox adventure game, none of these are missable. There are a couple of collectible trophies for things like finding all the trinkets and jumping off all the ramps, but the bulk of the trophies are for doing random as hell things like becoming queen of the goats, licking a croissant, and running naked on a football field. The story trophies, if you can even call them that, is for completing random missions throughout the game, raising through the tier ranks until you get to S tier and completing the game. The game is wildly chaotic and is a blast to play, as well as being pretty simple with no real challenge, and you should be able to lick that platinum trophy in around 25 hours. Following up that game is Yakuza Like a Dragon. This is a turn-based JRPG that reinvents the Yakuza series, following Ichiban Kasuga, a former Yakuza who teams up with a quirky group of allies to uncover a conspiracy in the city of Yokohama, all while engaging in side quests, minigames, and job-based combat. This game has a total of 63 trophies, and one of the hardest trophies is Victory of the Millennium, which requires completing the true final Millennium Tower, a pretty tough post-game dungeon that demands high-level characters and optimized gear. While not extremely difficult, other than that trophy, earning the Platinum Trophy is very time-consuming, taking around 80 hours due to the amount of grinding, job leveling, and completion tasks needed, like collecting 100 pieces of gear, raising 7 jobs ranks to max, and beating all Dragon Card Cups. Keep up with it, and you'll eventually have that Platinum Trophy. Another game to make the list this month joined us on Essential, and that is Alan Wake 2. This is a sequel to the first Alan Wake game, which was an Essential game back in July 2023, so if you did pick it up back then, it might be worth playing through that one just before tackling this one. There's a whopping 67 trophies in the base game alone, with a dozen or so more in the DLCs. Despite a large number of trophies, only one of them is missable. Due to a somewhat recent patch which added chapter select, only one of the trophies is missable, which is for fully upgrading a single weapon. This is technically missable because there are not enough parts to upgrade every weapon fully in the game, and you could potentially run out of parts before you fully upgraded any one of them. There are a handful of collectible trophies, which are also the rarest in the game, where you have to find things like all the charms, the cult stashes and lunchboxes, nursery rhyme dolls, and as well as completing all the nursery rhyme puzzles. As only one playthrough is needed, and you can play on any difficulty in this game, you should be able to collect that Platinum Trophy in under 25 hours. Lastly, the game that's on everybody's radar this month, and that's Silent Hill 2. This is a survival horror game where you play as James Sunderland, a grieving widower drawn to the foggy town of Silent Hill after receiving a mysterious letter from his deceased wife. The game has a total of 44 trophies, and one of the hardest ones to earn is Party Like It's 2001, which requires seeing all 5 of the game's classic endings by doing specific things, while another challenging trophy, Echoes, involves viewing all flashbacks in a single playthrough. Earning the Platinum Trophy is considered moderately difficult, and it takes about 20 to 30 hours to complete. Requires at least 2 full playthroughs along with utilising a few saves to get the remaining ending trophies. There are also around 20 missable trophies, and these are for doing things like viewing all the flashbacks as mentioned earlier, finishing the game without using any ranged weapons, and completing the game without using a radio. So careful planning and attention are necessary to avoid replaying large sections of the game. By the end of it all, you should have your beautiful platinum trophy. So there you have it, the 5 games to play that released on PlayStation Plus in the month of October 2025. Until Dawn, Goat Simulator 3, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Alan Wake 2, and Silent Hill 2. Do you agree with my list of games that you should platinum this month? Is there a game that I missed, or is there something else that you would like to know about the games that I talk about? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.